Well, hello there, you beautiful, beautiful, amazing, wonderful people. It's Friday. We made it. We made it to the end of the week, and you're looking absolutely amazing. I must add, you must be having a good week. And this is video 1 of 2 today. And in this video, what are we talking about? Well, first of all, we're just going to talk about some housekeeping. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. Like the video, because you're going to like this one, especially if you've got an open mind. Not so much if you're stuck inside a little box or you're perhaps a sheep. Bah. Anyway, and in the pinned comment down below, there will be a link to a fundraiser to help a family this summer, a family who deserve to go away. I know that so many families deserve it and can't do it, but that doesn't mean we can't help one person just because we can't help everyone. We do it. We try and do it every year. You helped send a young family away last year, and we're doing it again this year. If you can and want to, do. If you don't want to or can't, please do not feel bad. Just don't do it. But anyway, let's get straight into the meat and potatoes. As what we've got is this. We've got the trial, right? So we know the trial for Bryan Kohberger, right at the bottom here, look, jury trial, 8:30 a.m. That's Later County local time, which is about 7 hours behind UK time. And that's when that is, 11th of August, 2025. And what comes out on the 11th of July, 2025? I hear you say, what? What is this you speak of? What is this? The horrific case is the focus of Prime Video's upcoming 4-episode docuseries, One Night in Idaho, The College Murders, which premieres on July 11th. That's right, exactly 1 month before the trial, we have a 4-part, 4-episode docuseries. Now, whether that's going to all come out in one hit, or it's literally going to come out weekly, which will take you literally up to the trial itself, who knows? But what I will say is this is fucking blatant, innit? This is blatant yet again that right before the trial, the media sticks the boot in. So this is again proving beyond a reasonable doubt that Bryan Kohberger and the attempts to make sure he does not get a fair trial are rife. And if you cannot see it, you're blind. That's as simple as that. If you're happy with this, then you're an idiot because you've got no skin in the game. It doesn't matter to you. There's no repercussions to you. And all I will say to you is if you think this is fine, then God help you if someone in your family, someone you love, is ever accused of doing a crime that potentially they didn't do. Because this is proof that media and the powers that be will do absolutely every single thing in their power to bend you over and you in the arse. But anyway, let's crack on and speak about what is actually going to be spoken about in this, because surely it can't get worse than just the date. Woo! When 4 University of Idaho students were brutally killed at an off-campus residence in November 2022, it shook a small, quiet community town of Moscow and made national headlines. Madison Mogan, Kaylee Gonsalves, Xana Kernodle, and Xana's boyfriend Ethan Chapin were all stabbed to death in bedrooms on the 2nd and 3rd floor of the home. 2 more roommates at the 1122 King Road residence, Dylan Mortensen and Bethany Funk, were home and unharmed. Early in the investigation, the surviving roommates were ruled out as suspects. So get that in there, ruled out, despite recently massive questions being brought ahead of us, where we now find out that doors that were once closed are now open, that frozen shock phase actually translates to texting, photographing, messaging, looking for jobs, walking around the house, seeing your roommate fucked up on the floor, but we'll ignore that because none of that matters. There we go. So, but they're, ruled out. While local law police restricted what they shared with the public about the investigation, rumours and speculation circulated online. And then later on, a lot of that speculation actually became true. More than a month after the murders took place, suspect Bryan Kohberger was arrested in Pennsylvania in connection with the slayings. His long-awaited trial is set to begin in August, exactly 4 weeks from the date of the release of this, with many questions, including a possible motive yet to be answered. The horrific case is the focus of Prime Video's upcoming 4-part docuseries, One Night in Idaho, The College Murders, which premieres on July 11th. which we can watch the trailer below. I'm not going to click on the trailer, mainly because I will get struck down with furious anger. And we don't want that to happen, do we? I will put the link to this article in the pinned... no, not in the pinned comment. I'll put it in the description of the video, right at the top, so it's easy to find. Listen... Told in captivating, tense, and emotionally wrenching detail. In all, what they mean is they're going to tell you things like how Bryan Kohberger, they're probably going to reiterate about him being at the pool party in the Texas while putting really creepy music in the background, so it offers a more dark presence, so it just hits different. Detail, but only those involved in and affected by the crime. The series intimately explores this American tragedy and its continued impact and fallout. According to a Prime Video press release, the series centers on the families and friends of the victims, featuring exclusive interviews with Stacey and Jim Chapin, parents of Ethan Chapin, and Karen and Scott Laramie, parents of Madison Mogen. There's this person out there who had just murdered our brother, and he's still out there somewhere, recalled Hunter Chapin, Ethan Chapin's brother, of his and his sister Maisie Chapin's emotions following the killings, per the trailer. So it does look like this was literally done real early, because if they're saying that he's still out there somewhere, then these interviews were done way back when. So again, we see a strategic use of previously garnered information used in literally within 1 month of the trial in order to impact. And let me know down below, what do you think the purpose of this is? Why would you not just release it after the trial has begun, when the jury has already been selected? The jury are then told to stay away from media, don't look at anything about this, yada, yada, yada. Why would you not wait until during the trial, or even after the trial, after it, once you've got your result and the vast majority of you believe that Bryan Kohberger is going to be found guilty? Why not release it then? Tell you why, because again, I spoke about this yesterday, and that is riding a wave of intense public anger and upset over the recent release of the Dateline NBC information that seemed to suggest they had this shocking evidence never seen before and leaked from either the prosecution or law enforcement, and they just want to ride that wave, ride it, baby, like Seabiscuit. So there you go, and there's a picture of Hunter Chapin there. Kohberger was first arrested in December 2022 after he was allegedly linked to the crime scene by DNA recovered from a knife sheath per a probable cause affidavit. When you know, you know. Previously obtained by People. Additionally, investigators traced the location of his cell phone and obtained surveillance footage that showed a car which appeared to be the same make and model as his driving to and from the scene of the crime. So again, missing out absolutely any question. This is just saying they've got his DNA, got a car that looks like it's going to and from the scene of the crime, even though not one single clip from that video footage of the car would lead you to absolutely be able to determine that is indeed Bryan Kohberger's car. In fact, it doesn't even show you really that is a 2015 white Hyundai Elantra, just that it bears some similarities in that it has 4 wheels, seems to appear white under that specific light, and white with wheels. So there we go. In a motion laying out his alibi, Kohberger's lawyer and Taylor said that the suspect was out driving by himself on the night of the murders, but that he did not kill the 4 victims. At the time of the murders, Kohberger was a PhD student in criminology at Washington State University in Pullman, Washington, about 8 miles from the residence where the students were slain. Again, which shows you that Bryan Kohberger could in fact be at home, yet connected to a tower that services an area that goes to within 100 meters of the 1122 King Road residence. He is charged with 4 counts of murder and 1 count of felony burglary. In May 2023, the judge ultimately entered a plea of not guilty for him. Kohberger's murder trial is set to get underway on August 11th in Ada County, after the defense successfully positioned for a change of venue in the case. If convicted, he could be sentenced to death. Karen Laramie, Logan's mother, has previously opened up about her feelings regarding the trial being pushed back multiple times. I don't have a lot of comments on that. Laramie said on the Today Show in December 2024, I would say that the legal system is not about the victims, and I'll leave it at that. So there you go. Someone who is incredibly, incredibly sensible. They know that this is now, as much as you want it to be about you, Steve Gonsalves, it's about the trial between the state and the accused. And that's it. That's it. Yeah, some things will be taken into consideration, but ultimately, the guy deserves a fair trial, and they have to do whatever they have to do in order to protect his right to a fair trial and a decent and strong and capable defence, not a hamstringed one. The docuseries is directed by Liz Garbus and Matthew Galkin and is produced by Amazon, MGM Studios, Skydance Television, Story Syndicate, James Patterson Entertainment, and Fairhaven, James Patterson Entertainment. There you go. James Patterson and Entertainment all in the same sentence. So there you go. Let me know. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you think. And on Sunday, we'll get together. We'll have a little live, sit around a campfire. You know, love you all. Mwah.